Hello, my battalion and viewers. I'm the Knight of Arcane, and today we actually have a collab with Fantasy Creed. I was going back the other day through their My Little Pony redesigns, and a thought occurred to me of like, I kind of wanted to redraw one that was part of mine and my sister's childhood, because we played with them a lot. So I asked Fantasy Creed if they wanted to do a collab where we designed, two ponies. And they said yes. So I chose one from my childhood, and they chose one from their childhood. So let's check out our redesign, shall we? So, from my childhood, I chose for us to redesign Minty. She is a Generation 3 pony. I think there's also like a small thing that maybe a background where there's a Gen 4, but I grew up doing stuff with Gen 3 with my sister, so that's what I mainly looked at also with the redesign. And I just remember playing with both. Like, we had the toy, there was like a video game where you could either be Minty, Rainbow Dash, or Pinkie Pie. That I remember, honestly, I think it would even amount between Minty and Rainbow, but still. And there was definitely at least one DVD that was like focused mainly on her. So, yeah, she is one that I remember really well from my childhood. So I really wanted to do this, and hopefully do it good. One thing, though, haven't drawn a horse before. I think the last time I drew a horse would have been, probably high school, my senior year, when we were doing something for Don Quixote, and I drew, Don Quixote on like a horse, and the horse looks bad. Like, there might be some also in college, but for the most part, that was the last horse that I really remember doing. So Minty was the first horse we also did. But I looked at, of course, how other people drew horses. I looked at like Spirit. I mainly looked at Rain from Spirit, but still, that movie looked a little bit at, of course, like Disney, and I think it made a pretty good horse. Some easy thoughts I came up with was I wanted her to be like those horses that have like the hairy legs, where like there's like a lot of hair fur around like the hooves. In a way, kind of like the Clydesdales, and probably like a few other horses, but those were the ones that I think I mainly was looking at or thinking of. And one thing is I wanted to turn them into a Pegasus. Pretty much I did have two ideas of either doing them as a Pegasus or doing them as a unicorn, where if I did the unicorn, I would make their horn, kind of look like, a peppermint, a candy cane sort of thing. Peppermint stick. Candy cane stick, one of those, doesn't matter. And I might do that on like a different video, do a unicorn version, because no, I wasn't going to turn her into an alicorn. I might do an alicorn in a different video if people want. But this is not the first time I've done wings. I've done them a few times. I've just had very mixed reactions and feels about how my wings look usually, and I think these came out actually really good. I did also add some like bells on the legs and the tail, because be a little Christmas themed. I put some stripes and dots on her because I don't know, I like the idea of like having some of the stripes, at least on the back and the head, and technically also the wings. Kind of like how like mint, peppermint, candy cane stuff has those patterns. Kind of doing it there, and then just dots because it just felt cool. I like just how it looked. I stuck with her like usual colors, and just added like a little bit of a lighter greenish color for like parts around like the stomach, chest, and like bottom of the legs. And then also added like a lot of like I guess sparkles in a way, dots in the like pink part of the wings, and also the hair and tail. I guess it should be main, but beside the point. And I just liked how it looked. And for like the cutie mark, I kept having like the free mints, but I also did it where like in the middle of it has like a snowflake design, and then just had like one red, one green, and one pink. There's I think a few changes I could have also done for it, but I still think it looks pretty good overall. And then also a purple eye. It was a little hard to make the cutie mark, but I did also try others or having multiple, but I just kept the one because I just really liked how it looked. But overall, I was like kind of like a first time doing a horse in a long while and other stuff. I think Minty came out really good. I really like this design, and I hope you all too. So Minty was the first one I did, and it's been like a long time since I've drawn a horse. I think the last one I really remember was a really bad one in senior year of high school. But
oh man,
I think this Minty came out really good.
Time for the comeback.
Yeah, and here it is.
Let me see the sheet. Oh, okay. See, now I'm gonna have to copy that because I love her feathered little feet. Ah.
Yeah, it's like kind of being based off of like the Clydesdales in a way, because like they have like the all that because I'm thinking a little bit that should be probably more in like either mountains or the north, a little colder.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah,
I did.
I know the look of like the Christmassy stuff too. Like she's a Christmassy pony. Stripes too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cutesy.
Probably
I love her spots.
Huh? Yeah. The stripes are definitely probably partially inspired by like how you do your Pegasus. It works because like mints usually have like the little stripes on them, so
they do, and honestly, it looks kind of like drippy candy sort of look. It does really tie in so well. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cutesy. Wait, I didn't realize she was a Pegasus. I thought she was.
Oh, she wasn't.
Pony.
I just for my redesign, I just made her a Pegasus because.
Got it.
I just wanted
to have fun.
Yeah, kind of like how in like some of your earlier ones where you did like what was it? Fluttershy as a unicorn, and then also Pinkie Pie as a Pegasus.
We're mixing stuff up. Yeah.
Yeah, have some fun.
Nice.
I almost thought either unicorn or alicorn sort of thing, but
yeah,
this was also like one of the first ideas anyway I had with the unicorn.
Nice.
And the cutie mark also has like a little snowflake in the designs.
Yeah, okay, I saw that. I didn't know. I figured that. Did you add that yourself of your own volition?
Yeah, I drew the cutie mark also, and technically like designed it off to the side and then resized it to be on there.
Yeah, I like it. Oh, that's cute. And I actually love your borders too. How it's like this painterly look. I like that effect.
Yeah,
that's so nice.
I think I used like a cloud brush I got found for free on Clip Studio. Put that underneath like just like a regular like square.
Yeah.
There. Made them the same color, then like fused the layers together, and then clipped on like some other stuff on top. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, then cool. This is inspiring me already because now I get to try this too. This is exciting. Okay.
Yeah, I looked at like I definitely pulled up Spirit, the DreamWorks movie, to help.
Yes.
Figure it out.
As you should. As you should. Ah, Spirit. That is some excellent inspiration.
I need to rewatch that. It's been like over
for real.
Like probably almost 20 years at this point, so I need to watch it again.
It's such a classic, and nothing good coming out anyway. So
that's
like,
pretty much true.
Spirit.
That's pretty much true.
Okay, I'm gonna say one more thing too. I feel like if there was a pony Santa, she would draw the sleigh a little bit, because like these little bells and the little ties around her feet and tail. It's just reminding me of like Santa reindeer type thing.
I think one of the main movies I remember or specials I remember watching was like some sort of Christmas one with Minty. I don't remember anything about the plot, but I know it was Christmas themed. So give the little bells.
And it had, yes, as you should. And it ties in the red of that one kind of off mint. Well, that one red mint.
Yeah.
Ties it in nicely. Nice. Let's see. Love her eye too. And the little eyeshadow, shiny eyeshadow. Yes.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. Would mint again.
Would mint again.
Would mint again.
From Fantasy Creed, I was given Starsong. I actually helped them figure out what the name was because they gave me an image of like 2 toys that they remember from their childhood and they still had, but they didn't know their names. So I just put in Google My Little Pony Gen Free Pegasus / Pony, depending on the different one, with this color skin, this color mane, and I was able to find the names. And between the two, Fantasy Creed chose Starsong, which was a Gen-free Pegasus, and I decided I wanted to turn them into an alicorn. One of the ideas I had for the reason why I did it is because, I don't know, with the name and the fact that like the original Gen-free one kind of makes me think a little bit of Twilight Sparkle, excluding like the darker part of the mane that Twilight has. I kind of wanted to also then connect it to Princess Luna from Gen 4. The idea being maybe in this other alternate My Little Pony. I don't know if I'll draw anymore. Depends on if people really want it. I'm just having this thought of Starsong being related to Luna. I don't know entirely of what the lore might be. It could be, there might be like different kingdoms, so there's like a night kingdom and a day kingdom or something. I'm not thinking that much in the lore of things. This is for, if I do, it'll be for other stuff. / it'll be in another video. Not this one. But back to the actual design, it was a little hard trying to get like the pose right. I wanted to kind of have it look like they're flying. And I think it kind of looks good. There are parts that probably could be better. But, you know, this is second horse I've drawn, so yeah. Though, granted, the wings probably aren't like the best pose if they are actually flying. Oh well. It still look kind of cool. I decided to actually have the different chunks of her mane and tail be these kind of streams that the original toy had. And I think it looks interesting. It looks very different from our Minty, at least. And one of the first things that came to mind with this design was I wanted to change her cutie mark from like just normal stars. I wanted to partially change it to be inspired by the Lyra constellation, which is like the constellation for the harp / the lyre. And I think it makes sense because it's a music themed constellation and her name is of course Starsong. One thing else I had to figure out was making the stars. I kind of wanted to make them look like music notes. And I think it works. Could be a little better. Took a little bit of work to get them right, and then also I'll keep on changing their colors. And I do also have like the lines to, you know, show the shape. I don't know if I would keep that in a different redesign if I redid this, but I think it looks good. And then also like I took band. I should remember names, but I don't. The kind of double note you see in like the bottom right corner of the cutie mark. There's like a star that's technically not a part of it, but it's still around that area. So that's why I did that. Just to be kind of interesting. And there's some more of those marks like I did with Minty on like the back. And they kind of go a little bit on the legs. And also make the skin have like a lot of like white dots, you know, kind of representing stars. And to look like the night sky. I did also change the colors. At first I was trying like the original colors that Starsong has, but then I wanted to show the connection more with Princess Luna, so I changed them into like darker blues and purples, and of course also a few lighter colors, and add a lot of that dotting also in like the darker parts of the mane, tail, and wings, with also a little bit of purple here and there and pink. Looking back, I don't remember why I chose the green eye. I think Starsong has a green eye, but it kind of also looks like an ender pearl. And you know what? I like that. I think it looks good that way. It works. Overall, probably a little more challenging than Minty, but I still love what I came up with. You gave me a Starsong from your childhood, and this is what I came up with.
Hey.
I did also take the liberties and turned her into an alicorn.
You sure did take liberties. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And
look at that.
Yeah. While like we think that original one had definitely some inspiration to like maybe later on Twilight Sparkle, I took some inspiration to make her try to connect her to Princess Luna. So
yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah, so I went with some of the more darker and night colors.
Yeah, and I love the individual strands of hair. It looks like ribbons, like dark ribbons, kind of just streaming away. Yeah. That's neat. See, I didn't even think to start mixing up colors and stuff. I like this new palette though. That is so neat. Yeah. And the socks, along with the Appaloosa patterns and the star connections. Ah.
Yeah. And yeah, and then there's also like, you know, you can see a lot of like starry-like details on like the wings and the main body.
Yeah. Yeah, and the flex of...
And also some of the parts of the mane and tail. And then for the cutie mark, it's actually the Lyra constellation, which is like the constellation of the harp, because...
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, like, a lyre or a harp, right?
Yeah.
So music.
Yeah.
Oh, clever, I see.
Plus also, you know, stars, so...
Yes, it makes sense. It still ties into her star design, but then also gives both, like, with Princess Luna, a constellation, and then also a musical, whatchamacallit, like, sneak peek almost, that she could totally work as, like, a goddess of music or princess of music or something like that.
Yeah.
I also love that hoof shiny effect. It looks so good.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Pretty much I did for both, where I just did like more of a hard brush, and then like near the bottom did like the softer brush.
Right. I didn't see it's much more subtle on Minty, but I like it on both.
Yeah.
Nice.
Her eye.
Oh, and I like her little white belly.
Yeah. Though her eye, it makes me think of like an ender pearl, just like the colors I used.
It kind of do actually, but it fits. It fits. I think on the toy her eye is a little more blue, but I like because you changed the palette, it looks better as a more cyan-esque color. Nice.
Thank you.
Ah, I wish I had gotten the message. The Minty. Ah, that is good. I like this. You got the stripes and the spots, all the markings, all the things. And 2 different kinds of pony body types, too. That's really fun.
Sure, I totally have or noticed 2 different body types.
Well, Minty's more furry, and, like, she looks like to be a thicker, tougher build, whereas Starsong seems to be lighter. Like, she's got the smoother, sleeker hooves and stuff like that. And she seems to be, I don't know, a little more slender, which makes sense because she's flying. And I don't know. Actually, Minty's flying too, so maybe she just has bigger wings, which she does have bigger wings. So that all fits. It all fits. I like it.
It's all connected or something.
It's all connected. It's all, yeah.
You connected the dots. Or however the meme goes.
Purposeful. The star. You found me out. You dang kids. Nice. Oh, that's pretty. Let me keep clicking on them over and over so my recording gets it. Nice. Okay. I have got my work cut out for me, but love that. Thanks for showing me. And oh wait, I like that wing fade on Starsong too. Like the lighter underwings. That's cool.
Yeah, like a little bit.
Like it.
At least where like the curve is technically it's also like there's like a kind of shadow where like half the wing is technically darker in the back, but it also is kind of blending a little bit with the line art.
Right. And the birds anyway have kind of a lighter underwing, I feel. Is it something about camouflage?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that also
something about
that part.
Yeah, something like that. Because you know we do need these bright, colorful ponies to be camouflaged in their natural habitat.
The night sky.
The night sky, exactly. She definitely looks like it. Oh, I can see that. That is cool.
Thank you.
I don't know what else to say. This is beautifully rounded. Man, I'm gonna take. I'm gonna look like I'm stealing, but I'm definitely making Minty very Clydesdale-ish.
No problem. And that was the My Little Pony redesign collab with Fantasy Creed. Again, these were fun to design, and I think they came out really good. Thank you, Fantasy Creed, for joining me on this. And if you haven't already, go subscribe to them so you can see their versions of the redesigns of these two ponies and their other redesigns. They're also really good, really cool. Make sure to subscribe and give them a like. I don't have a lot of other My Little Pony stuff on here. The only other thing is our My Little Pony as JoJo stands from like 2 years ago. But those are pretty good looking. I mean, at least Beautiful Nightmare and She's a Rainbow. And if you liked what you saw here, then leave a like and subscribe to join our growing little Arcane town to be in the know for future videos, updates, and collabs. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Later!